Hello children, welcome back to data visualization. This is the last session of bar charts. After that, we will be moving on to histogram or pie charts. So without wasting time, let us see the first example. Here we are with a two-dimensional array. We have been doing it with list and all. What you can see right now is the data where you can see this is the way it has completed the process. I have created a two-dimensional array which is going to be converted into a data frame. So long time we have touched array, so I thought we will just do one with an array. So see, just like we created the list, this time it's with an array. Employee ID is there, then the next one is gender, age is there, then sales, then BMI, target, that is target for your sales, and income, which I have converted to a data frame. See, with the values, that means the data frame values is data itself, that is your two-dimensional array, and column is given with this titles. So you need to be careful here with one thing, that is this column name has to be kept in mind. If you change the column name, that means case sensitivity is there will be a problem. These are simple ones which you have seen already. So no pivoting is happening. Directly you are using df dot plot. Remember, we used to write df dot plot, and you used to open a bracket, and then you used to specify either without any arguments. You try to run in the first section. That means in video number 5. Now we are using plot dot bar. That means inside the plot itself you have subsections, which was not discussed earlier. So this time again with bar only. So if you write this way, and if you write stack equal to true, it will display the entire numerical values in the stack format. So I'll just run this, that means this part, and show you what is happening. So you are just going to watch how to do your bar plotting with a new subsection. Earlier it was with plt.bar. Second we did with df.plot, and in the argument was given as kind equal to bar. Now we are seeing that you can also use plot.bar, another function. So if you wanted to see whether any other functions are there, you have to click on it and check it out. Let's run it out and see your stacked one. Yeah, quite good looking. Default colors are added to it, so automatically after this you will be you can change the colors according to your wish. Now it's all default color, okay, one after another. So here we are with our stack equal to true. If I just remove this and then run the same thing, multiple bars, see, without any kind of specification, it became a multiple bar by itself. That means this section is introducing you to use your plot.bar to display a multiple bar graph without any specification. The last one we specified it. See, I have shown here the commented one. We have specified df.plot, and you have given x equal to empid, and this target and sales was given as a multiple plotting. So you need to give like this if you're using df.plot. But if you're using this, you don't have to give anything. You just have to run the program without any arguments. But if you don't want age, sales, target, income, everything to be displayed as multiple, then you need to specify the arguments here. That means it is important that you specify the arguments and run it. Let's see that also. For example, empid in capital, and y equal to sales and target. since it is a list, it is very important that you specify it as your quotes and close it. I'm not specifying any color and all, and then try to run the same thing. See, EMP-ID and your sales and target became your default one. So you can specify that also. See, you can specify that also with the help of this option. You can give the color, you can give the any other options, whichever way you want, which you are going to see one by one. But remember, without specifying anything, and if you write here one more thing and then I'll say what I was trying to complete. If you specify, then this will become a stacked graph now. See, so many different ways are there. After watching 5, 6 and 7 videos, that is all these videos, when you watch, you can say very clearly that different methodologies are available in a data frame option to create a chart. PLT dot, then data frame dot, or this new section where we introduce that with your df dot plot dot bar. So I'm moving it to the option which I showed you in the first section, this one. Okay, now in order to show you whether any other options are available, I'm just showing you, okay, by yourself. You can see plot, see, okay, dot. Now inside this, see, there is bar is there, which you just saw, then box kind is there, hist is there, which you will see, line is there, pi is there, scatter is there. So that means you can specify any other chart by yourself, up to you how you want it, depending upon the availability over here. So let's run this by commenting this and putting this in the bracket. Yeah, 2 positional arguments are required here. Yes, bar graph doesn't require any arguments, but your scatter graph definitely requires an argument over there. So if you wanted to specify any argument, it is important that you specify, for example, EMP-ID and then okay, sales. Okay, this is a trial version where I have not specified X and Y. Let's see when I run what will happen. Scatter column, your X and Y need to be numeric. See, so I have to change it to any other this one I want. Let's take it as age here. Age is there. See, that's a drawback of scatter, where you require X and Y axis and all to be specified when you do this way. Okay, so we better this is just for you to understand that scatter, pi and everything is available. We always try to do this with bar, because it's bar with which you can understand the plotting very easily, or with line. Okay, depending upon your wish. Let's try with line now and see whether it works. To see everything is coming there. See, there is line graph. Now let's see whether line works without any arguments. Yeah, x equal to none and y equal to none is given. Let's see how it works. So scatter only requires an X and Y. Others are coming automatically by itself. But more interestingly, the most eye-capturing one is definitely your bar graph, isn't it? So you do with that. So you learned that you can use df dot plot dot and the different kinds of options available in the graphs. Now this is the old one itself, so I'm not going to uncomment it, just clearing it to you. See, the same thing is done here, which we did earlier. I'm not going to run that. You know what happens here. There is a new argument. See, subplots. Just now we saw how to make a stacked graph, and earlier we also saw how to place a multiple graph, isn't it? Now if you specify this, subplots equal to true, you can see some warnings coming because my version of pipeplot is an old version, so this will not be supporting it, but still I have managed to get it done. So even if in your version maybe it may not come without a warning, it's all okay, it's all right, no problem. Warning, let it be there. See, this is what happens. Subplots, you divided that graphs into two sections, sales in one, target in one. So subplot will help us to divide the target and sales, which is given as the sections which we actually plan for multiple or stack graph, into subsections. So that is what subplots equal to true do. So by default stacked and subplot is false in nature. So these are the two things to be kept in mind. That means you can use your plot.bar or you can use your corresponding subplots equal to true in this one. Remember, here also we can try that by giving here subplots equal to true. Let's see whether it works. I haven't tried so far. This is in front of you. I'm trying. It is with your plot, it works. So here, let's see if it is not working. Yeah, see, it works. So we can try with subplot section. I'm so sorry, this is it. See, I was wondering why only 2 came. It's 8 sales target income. So first 2 subplots are open. Okay, that is why the first came and then this one came. So it is coming with the warning, it is coming. So here if I comment this and close our shell and run this once again, now only this is open. Okay, only that will come first. The other one, yeah, see, age, sales, target with this is small changed. Why? I know x-axis is specified by me, so it is taking that 0, 1, 2, 3 as the index value by itself. What if I give an x-axis over there? Okay, let's see. I give an x-axis x equal to EMPID, double quotes, and then I'm giving subplots. Let's see. Okay, y is not specified, so this is all trial versions only. See, x-axis change. So if you give y and give 2 slices or 2 list, only that will come. If you give 3 sub list, then only that will come. Now nothing is specified, so all the numerical values are coming automatically. So that's regarding your subplot. So you can work with your subplots using bar, that is df.plot.bar, also with df.plot. Okay, so you try this out with options available in your hand now. It is very important that when we move on to the next session, you should become a thorough, you should become an expert in the bar graph, because using bar graph a lot of questions are there. It is in bar graph you have this much of options also, so you become well versed in your bar graph. Okay, now we move on to the next example, one of the last kind I have made, just to show you some things. Okay, the same example is there. You can see, apart from what we did earlier, I have specified and kept, or I have written and kept something here with the arrange function. Let's keep it there. Now I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just showing it's there. The same thing. Okay, same thing is converted into a data frame. And just now what we discussed, see that df.plot.bar, 2 are specified. I hope no other bars are open. No, there is. So I am putting this also. So plot.bar EMPID sales means x-axis EMPID. The other one will come the normal bar with blue graph, because that's what is given. Okay. Now I comment that, and then if you go with this you have seen earlier. This is your multiple graph. This also you saw. Now here if I write the color I am specifying by myself, the same multiple graph will come with the color which I have specified. See, color changed. Okay, All these are trial versions. So with what you learned, you am trying, showing you whether we can do with this or not. Yes, we can try all those options. And this. Now, the multiple bar without a data frame, it is very important that you need to have a numerical value, which you discussed or which we discussed in video 4 if I am not wrong. So if this particular data frame itself, see, you have a data frame here. This is your data frame. If this particular data frame itself has to be specified using multiple bars without float dot bar or without a df dot bar, using PLT, it is important that you need a numerical value. I'm sorry, you need a numerical value. See, I took EM, which is I is planning to be the EMP ID, because EMP ID here it is given a string. I can't take that. I can take H as the numerical value. Nothing wrong in that. But I want some identification number. So I took EM, and this is exactly like that last example which we saw in the video 4, where I took my numerical value in the x-axis as EM. That is our this value, that is a range of values ranging from 1 to 10, and then comes df of sales. So if I wanted to specify a data frame exclusively one value, you have to use data frame names in the df of sales, and the rest is exactly the same as that fourth video's example. Width is specified, width is 0.24, and changing the tick underscore label with df of emp id, and adding that with your em again, and specifying target as the second bar which you need to specify, and you are specifying the color as red, and width is the same. So multiple graph will be again formed, but this much of trouble need not be made, because we can do the same thing with this type. So we will never go for that option. Of course, sales income, sales will have taken. So basically, what is the difference? When you have an option to do something with a multiple bar graph, you take it as a data frame. That is to be kept in mind. Or if only list is given, no data frame is given, you should use this methodology. So you should keep it in mind that always the x-axis should be a numerical value. Here no such constraint or no such barriers. You can directly give it. See? Okay. So you can access your data frame directly also, like this way. Now simply by writing without any multiple bar and all, if I specify plt dot bar, this is from pyplot, okay, and if I write df dot emp id, keep it in mind, this should be, even if you're not specifying x and y, it's okay. I'm just showing you that I can write this way also. I need to close that square bracket over here. Yes, correctly gave it, then only the correct answer will come. df of, so one without specifying x equal to, second one is specified with y equal to, and then target, and if I close this, okay, normal methodology. Paragraph, missing one positional argument, height is to be specified. Here it is not y, I forgot. Of course, I need to close the other one. Let me close it, otherwise it looks very untidy. This should be closed. Okay, only this is open now. I'm just showing you, okay? It's not y in bar. See, this is it. So that means a simple bar graph also can be created with plt dot bar. the first bar style which you learned. So plt dot bar is there, df dot bar is there, df dot float dot bar is there. So many different kinds are there. In df dot bar, you need to specify the argument as, in df dot float, if you want to specify, you can specify the argument as kind equal to bar without specifying df dot float dot bar. So many options are there to create a bar graph using your data frame, or without any of these options, directly in the first methodology you learn, you can plot a graph. So if a question paper is not specifying anything about which method you should use, any method is welcome. You can use any of this method and you can become an expert in this. So to become an expert, as I am doing it the whole day and night to get a perfect answer, even with that I'm making silly mistake. As you can see here, you also should make sure that you try this out and get involved or acquainted with your graphs. So once bar graph is ready and completed, we will go with your histogram or pie chart. So that's your next section. So thank you for watching your bar chart video, and let's see in the next one. Thank you. Bye.